There is a saying that a single decision can change the entire direction of a person's life. Every successful entrepreneur, leader, athlete, or creator has reached a point where they had to stop thinking, stop waiting, and simply make a choice. Many people spend years dreaming about a better future, but only a small number actually move toward it. The difference is often not intelligence, education, or luck, it is the willingness to make a firm decision and take responsibility for it. This is the central idea explored in Chapter 7 of Think and Grow Rich. The chapter encourages readers to understand that success is not built on endless planning alone. It is built by making thoughtful decisions, acting on them with confidence, and staying committed even when challenges appear. One of the biggest obstacles to success is indecision. At first, indecision may seem harmless because it often disguises itself as being careful or waiting for the right time. However, when days turn into months and months turn into years, waiting becomes a habit. People convince themselves that they need more information, more money, or better circumstances before they can begin. The reality is that perfect conditions rarely exist. Every opportunity comes with some uncertainty, and every important decision carries a degree of risk. Those who wait for complete certainty often watch opportunities pass them by while others move. Fear of failure can make us imagine the worst possible outcomes before we even begin. We worry about losing money, making mistakes, or discovering that we are not as capable as we hoped. Another powerful fear is the fear of criticism. Many people abandon their dreams because they worry about what friends, relatives, or society might think if they fail. Unfortunately, allowing fear to control our decisions gives other people more influence over our future than our own goals and ambitions. Growth begins when forward with courage and determination. Fear is one of the main reasons people hesitate. The fear of failure can make us imagine the worst possible outcomes before we even begin. We worry about losing money, making mistakes, or discovering that we are not as capable as we hoped. Another powerful fear is the fear of criticism. Many people abandon their dreams because they worry about what friends, relatives, or society might think if they fail. Unfortunately, allowing fear to control our decisions gives other people more influence over our future than our own goals and ambitions. Growth begins when we learn to accept that criticism is a natural part of pursuing anything meaningful. Another important lesson is the value of independent thinking. Seeking advice from experienced people can be incredibly helpful because it allows us to learn from their knowledge and avoid unnecessary mistakes. However, advice should never replace personal judgment. Every person views life through their own experiences, beliefs, and limitations. Someone who has never started a business may believe entrepreneurship is too risky. Someone who has always preferred security may discourage you from taking a calculated chance. Listening to different opinions is wise, but allowing those opinions to make every decision for you can prevent you from discovering your own potential. Ultimately, you are the one who must live with the consequences of your choices, so the final decision should always come from your own careful thinking. Many successful people appear confident, but confidence is rarely something they are born with. More often, confidence develops because they repeatedly make decisions, take action, and learn from experience. Every achievement begins with uncertainty. The first speech is usually nervous, the first business may struggle, and the first attempt at a new skill is often imperfect. Yet every small action builds knowledge, and every lesson learned creates greater confidence for the next challenge. Confidence is therefore not the starting point of success, it is one of its rewards. People who wait to feel completely confident before taking action often remain stuck, while those who begin despite their doubts gradually become stronger through experience. The chapter also highlights the close relationship between decision and persistence. Making a decision is important, but remaining committed to it is equally essential. Every worthwhile goal involves setbacks, delays, unexpected problems, and moments of self-doubt. These difficulties do not necessarily mean the original decision was wrong. Often they are simply part of the learning process. Persistence means continuing to work toward a goal while remaining flexible enough to improve your methods when necessary. It is not stubbornly refusing to learn from mistakes, it is refusing to give up because progress takes longer than expected. Many people fail not because they lacked ability, but because they abandoned their efforts just before meaningful results could appear. Another valuable idea is that actions speak louder than intentions. Almost everyone has dreams and ambitions, but dreams alone do not create success. Planning has value because it prepares us for challenges, yet planning without action becomes another form of procrastination. Real progress begins the moment a decision is followed by consistent effort. Even small daily actions can create remarkable changes over time. Reading a few pages each day can lead to mastering a subject. Saving a small amount regularly can build financial security. Practicing a skill consistently can eventually create expertise. Great achievements are often the result of ordinary actions repeated with extraordinary consistency. One practical lesson from this chapter is to develop the habit of making decisions based on facts rather than emotions or temporary fears. Before making an important choice, gather reliable information, evaluate the possible outcomes, and consider both the risks and the opportunities. Once you have enough knowledge to make a reasonable judgment, avoid endless hesitation. No decision can guarantee perfect results, but refusing to decide guarantees that nothing will change. Every decision teaches something valuable, whether it leads to success or provides lessons for future improvement. Experience gained through action is often more valuable than knowledge gained only through observation. The chapter ultimately reminds us that our future is shaped by the choices we make every day. Success is rarely created by one dramatic event. Instead, it grows from countless small decisions, choosing to learn instead of wasting time, choosing discipline over comfort, choosing persistence over surrender, and choosing action over endless delay. These daily decisions gradually shape our habits, our character, and eventually our destiny. Although we cannot control every circumstance in life, we can always control how we respond to those circumstances and what decisions we make moving forward. The lasting message of this chapter is both simple and powerful. Every meaningful achievement begins with a decision. The future is not built by wishing, hoping, or waiting for perfect conditions. It is built by making thoughtful choices, acting with courage despite uncertainty, learning from every experience, and remaining committed to the path you have chosen. Every great success story begins with one ordinary moment when someone decided that they would no longer allow fear, doubt, or procrastination to determine the direction of their life.